So you guys might have heard, or maybe you haven't and are now, but Apple just released a new iPhone 14. Okay, so it's actually not so new. Well, it kind of is. It's a new color, and I think they call it canary yellow. Okay, actually I would call it canary yellow. Apple calls it hello yellow, which isn't terrible, but I've noticed the past couple of years that Apple keeps doing this weird mid-year update thing where they release a new version of the most recent iPhone, and it's always just a color change. Now last year was kind of cool. We got the green finishes on the iPhone 13s and the 13 Pros, but this year it looks like the yellow color is only coming to the 14 and 14 Plus. Which I guess kind of makes sense considering the gold color can almost be considered like a higher end yellow, but I guess the Pro Series is getting left out. This year they're not getting a new color. Well, or at least Apple hasn't announced it yet. Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Grayson, this is Tech With Me, and here at Tech with Grason, we are pushing for 50 subs. We're at 27 at the time of scripting this. We're more than halfway there. And if you want to be a part of helping me grow this channel, if you could leave a sub if you enjoy this video, or even a comment, let's have a conversation down below. And I guess the point of this video is to talk about the new yellow color on the iPhone, just like every other tech YouTuber on the planet is probably doing. But even more so, I want to talk about the fact that I don't really understand why Apple's doing this each year. Does adding a new color midway through the year really grow sales that much? I feel like anybody who would go to buy the new iPhone just because it came out in yellow probably would have already bought it when the iPhone 14 first came out. Now, I'm not really complaining because the new yellow color does look really nice, but if it were me going to upgrade my phone just because of a new color, I would probably also want there to be some level of tech upgrade to it, or else for me the mid-year update just really doesn't make a ton of sense. With that being said, I do understand that it's actually insane that Apple is already able to release a new iPhone with upgraded specs each year, so it makes sense. I know it's not like entirely reasonable or even possible for them to release an upgraded spec midway through the year, especially because that wouldn't even make sense remotely, because then we would just be doing a new iPhone every 6 months. Now, maybe the new color is a way to keep their brand front and center in their demographics' minds. It's a way to keep their name in the headlines so that when your upgrade time comes up or you're ready to buy a new phone, you can't think of anybody else. I notice this a lot in the music industry nowadays. A lot of artists are releasing a lot more singles nowadays. Rather than just releasing them when they're leading up to an album, they release them throughout the year or every couple of months as a way to keep their name and their music fresh in the minds of the listener. Everyone is so ADHD nowadays that if you're not pushing the boundaries of what it is that you do constantly or doing something to stay fresh and stay constantly in their minds, you can be easily left behind or forgotten. Now, that does seem like an odd strategy for a company like Apple, or at least it does to me, especially considering that most people who already use an iPhone are probably naturally going to upgrade to the newest iPhone whenever it comes time for them to do that. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I really don't understand why the last few years Apple has been doing this mid-year update where they add a new color. They've done it in the last few years, but I guess what confuses me the most is that it actually works. Last year when the new green iPhone 13 and 13 Pros came out, it was huge. So many people I knew and even my friends and family were super excited about it, and for a lot of people this was the reason that they actually went out and upgraded their phone. Now don't get me wrong, I do understand caring about color. The iPhone 12 Pro's Pacific Blue and the 14 Pro's Deep Purple colors are two of my favorite device colors that I've ever seen. And if I were due for an upgrade and I was shopping for a new phone and these colors were available, then yeah, I would probably choose them for my device. But at the end of the day, when I get a new phone, I immediately go to Razer's website and find the phone case that they sell that fits my device because I'm a shill. No, okay, but all jokes aside, like, I'm gonna put a case on it, I'm gonna put a skin on it. Most people are. They're gonna do something that's gonna protect it, and you're not gonna see the color to begin with. On my iPhone 13 Pro, right now, I'm not even using my Razor case. I've got this cool Star Wars wood-burned case on it, and the only part of the color you can see is the camera, and I don't ever see that. So I guess ultimately the point of this video is I don't actually know the point of this video. I wanted to turn on the camera and start talking about the new color, but there's only so much I can really say about that. It's an iPhone 14, it's hello yellow, and it's kind of cool, but it's not exciting. The more I thought about it as I began scripting this, I became more and more curious about the uptick in sales from releasing a new color. Does it actually make a difference? Or is it more so to keep the Apple brand at the forefront of the purchaser's mind and in the headlines? The more I think about it, the more I wish I could have been a fly on the wall during the meetings and conference calls and all the 50 different things that go into releasing a new colored iPhone, just so I could get a better understanding of how Apple truly benefits from this. I'm curious if doing this benefits the company more from a marketing standpoint, or if it is more from a sales or revenue standpoint when it comes to the iPhone 14 in yellow. But that's it for this one, guys. I think it was probably a little bit of a shorter video, but that's okay. I really enjoyed talking about it, and I'm curious to know what you guys think. Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about it. And if you're interested in joining my channel subscriber count or whatever and help me hit 50 subs by, I don't know, I'm not going to put a number on it. If you want to help me hit 50 subs, please leave a subscribe. I would love to have you guys be a part of this. Let's have a conversation. Leave me a comment, a like. Thank you guys very, very kindly for watching. My name is Grason, and this is Tech with Me.